And for more information on this, we go once again live to our special envoy in Moscow, Yunus Soner. Hello, Yunus. Tell us a little bit of what happened today and how it was lived there in Moscow.
Hello, good evening from Moscow. It's a little bit getting dark slowly. Now we have almost 8 o'clock local time. It's the end of a very emotional day for the population of Moscow and also for the population of Russia in general. We have been witnessing the military parade among the citizens of Moscow, and we asked them how they felt about it. And they were really emotional because almost all of them had lost a family member in this great patriotic war, as it's called here in Russia or was called in the Soviet Union. They were carrying photographies of these grandfathers who had sacrificed their lives in the fight, in the war against fascist Germany. And they were remembering these family members. And noteworthy, there were a lot of very, very young people who told us that they grew up with these stories, how their grandfathers went to war, how their families survived the hardship of war, the siege of Leningrad, for instance, the fighting in Stalingrad. They grew up with these stories, and this was the day of remembering these stories again, remembering their past. The second very dominant feeling was that they were felt united, and they emphasized that this was a struggle of all the Soviet people, and they clearly and explicitly mentioned also, for instance, the Ukrainian people as well as the Belarusian people and other peoples of the Soviet Union. And the third feeling they expressed to us very clearly was pride. They were proud that their nation, that their country had won this fight, this war against Nazi Germany. And they also felt very proud of more than 27 leaders. I think that the last official number given by the Russian agency is 27 leaders of different countries attending this ceremony. That made them also proud and gave them the feeling of kind of being a leadership of a global struggle. So these were the common emotions that we encountered at all corners among the Russian population here in Moscow.
Yunus, you were speaking about the importance of unity at a day like today, and also about this international component, right? A day of international solidarity as well, with the presence of leaders worldwide, but specifically leaders from the global south and from Latin America in particular. What can you tell us about how they were received? What is the general feeling regarding the presence of leaders from our region over in Russian soil?
Oh, that's something really noteworthy because, as you know, the presidents of Cuba, Miguel Diaz-Canel, and the president of Nicolas Maduro have arrived here already days before. They already held a ceremony yesterday at the statue of Simon Bolivar, and today they obviously participated in the parade, and they received a lot of applause from the spectators in the Red Square. And besides that, as correspondents of teleSUR, we present ourselves to the citizens of Moscow before asking them for interviews or for statements. And when we say that we are working for teleSUR, they immediately say Cuba and they say Venezuela, and they cheered us. Well, they did not cheer us personally, but they cheered our TV channel and the countries that we have the roots in, as Cuba and Venezuela, and they expressed their gratitude and also their respect for these countries' resistance against today's attempts of domination and imperialism, as Cuba and Venezuela have been one of two countries known worldwide of resisting imperialism, and this is acknowledged a lot by the population of Moscow. We witnessed that when asking them, and they combined actually this struggle, this resistance of Cuba and Venezuela against US imperialism with the Soviet resistance against fascist Germany. So they made a clear connection between that, and they were very welcoming us in all the questions we asked and in all the interviews we made.
Such nice stories to know about the friendship and solidarity, not only of the world leaders, but also among those peoples. Thank you so much, Yunus, for your report from the ground from Moscow.
Thank you.